Hey yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video on the channel, and in today's video we got Florida Panthers franchise mode part 1 with the Seattle Kraken in the league. So we're going to actually keep owner mode on. We're going to keep our salary cap on, GM firing off, CPU trades on, head coach edit lines, all of that. Head coach edit lines off, fog of war off, player morale off. All that is good. I don't know if you guys care about that. Nothing to like change the sim or anything. But I think we can do something pretty cool with this and stuff. We can interact into other kind of videos. This franchise mode, I think it'll be cool. So this part 1 will not be like the regular season. It will just be the off season. And then in part 2, we will do the regular season. So, now I had to do a voiceover because it didn't record my audio, so we're going to advance to the expansion draft. I don't know what I'm doing in this clip, but okay, so we're going to do this. We're going to go to protection list. So here's where I thought it was going to be a bit weird. Okay, so this is our protection list. We got all the people on the right with no move clause. Keith Yandel, Evgeny Dadonov, Jonathan Huberdeau, and Sergei Bobrovsky all have no move clause, so we're going to protect Aaron Ekblad. Patrick Hornquist, big cap hit, I'm probably not going to protect. Strawman, way too big of a cap hit, definitely not going to protect that. Hoffman, I will protect, just to see, signing rights. Hornquist, I'm thinking I'll do it. Brett Conley, obviously not going to touch that. Achari, Boyle, Tippett, obviously, we're going to go by potential. Obviously, Barkov needs to be protected, Tippett and Borgstrom, but we need defensemen, so Tippett and Borgstrom we need to protect, or otherwise they're just going to get picked. So, Tippett get protected, Borgstrom, I want to protect you. Now I think that should be our list, I guess, and then is our list, I think. So, as you can see, I have to protect another defenseman, but so I think Mackenzie Weegar is very underrated. And then in between the net, we already have our goalie, which is Bobrovsky with his no move clause. So I can't protect Drieger, which I really wanted to protect Drieger. Just can't do it. So we are going to unprotect Mackenzie Weegar, and we're just gonna hope that Weegar doesn't get. We're just gonna hope that Mackenzie Weegar doesn't get taken, or yeah. So I think that I'm gonna submit my list, and we're gonna see who gets selected. Okay, it's just the draft lottery results if you care about that. So we're gonna sim, and Chris Drieger has been taken. Bit unfortunate, but well, it had to happen, and I accidentally went into the draft interviews while recording. Casual me, I do that stuff. So we're gonna do the draft here. The first overall selection, it's Winnipeg. Laffy goes first overall. Stützle goes second. Third, Ponomarev. Fourth, Ivany. I did not mean to do that. So that's in try to trade for the 5th overall pick. I don't want to trade for the 5th overall pick, but we're going to sim to our pick, and we are going to select. We're going to sort by potential. These are all the guys that have like a slight chance at that happening to them. So I'm just going to do this. We're going to see the guys. So I'm not going to take Zary. I'm not going to take Strangers. I'm not going to take William Wallander. John McFoodie, no. Jamie Drysdale is who I took. Yeah, he has medium elite potential in the main thing, but no one really good even really went after. I mean, Strangers isn't bad, Wallander's not bad, but I would take Jamie Drysdale over them in an instant. So now we're going to do our second rounders. and I'm looking for some guys with good potential. As you guys can see, I'm not finding much. And then I stumble across this guy. He has 50-50 chance at medium elite. Does get the medium elite potential. So great second round pickup. No pun intended. Or was that even a pun? Okay. Korolek. He's alright. Low top 4. Good for a third round pick, of course, but it's probably not going to turn into anything. I was going to take Jacob Van de Leest because I'm from Calgary, but and I went and took AJ Rokon, and he actually wasn't terrible. Low top 6 potential. Every pick we've hit, so we have to miss one upcoming. Now with our 4th rounder, we can take anyone. Let's see, these guys are not medium elite. Jake Neighbors I found. I didn't know he wasn't taken yet. Medium top 9. That's really good for a 4th round pick. Now, I didn't realize how many picks the Florida Panthers actually had. They had a lot of picks. They're going to take Zachary Teal, chance at medium elite, and we finally missed low top 60 potential. He's not going to turn into anything unless we get like a high top 60 potential. Then they're really not going to turn into anything. That's a guy that could turn into something over this time. So I found this guy. I just took him. He doesn't have a game face and AHL. You always gotta have that good AHL team. So that's our draft. If you wanted to pause it, but trade alert. First rounder goes to LA, and then a first rounder goes to Arizona. So the second round pick was just traded, or second overall pick. Now we have to re-sign some guys. Evgeny Dadonov. Now this part I was looking, so he was making 4 before. I was thinking maybe we can get him for $4 million. Eric Hall was making 2.75. So I was hoping to get all these guys for about what they're worth, about what they were asking for. I thought this guy's asking for really cheap. I'll take it. All these guys were asking for super cheap. And then you go to Evgeny Dadonov, and he's asking for about $8 million. I'm not even thinking of paying you that. Goodbye, you don't need to be here. Hoffman, I'll just maybe try to sneak in some cap at the end, but I'm not going to give it to you. Eric Howla, he's asking for $4 million. I just don't see that working with the Florida Panthers. I just don't think it's good. Lucas Wallmark, I thought that could work out. So I ended up offering him 1 year, $1 million for Wallmark. Boyle, I offered him 1 year, $1 million. I don't think that I really need to bring him in. Pissick, there's no way I'm paying a 79 1.5. There's so many other guys that I can give that exact money, that exact contract. But Borgstrom I thought was a steal, but he goes up too high over 1 year and stuff. So just give him a base contract. I think he's fine with that. This guy, I'll just qualify you and then just end up signing you. Hunt, I'll just offer you a contract. Definitely not just going to buy out some guy. Martel, you always got to... I'm signing all these guys because I want a good AHL team. Because, spoiler alert, I don't think our NHL team is going to be very good in the next upcoming season that you guys see. Mason Marchment, he's actually really good in real life. He's a first liner in real life, but obviously he's just playing there because he fits good there. He's not actually, his skill's not a first liner. Sorry if you're watching this, Mason Marchment, sorry. So we're gonna offer, I was just offering all these guys contracts, because no point to lose him for nothing. Drysdale, he's 69 overall. Wait for him to grow a bit until I sign him, and then all of these guys I just don't need to sign. Goaltending, we got all of our goalies signed. I was just waiting for any of this. So Brian Boyle declines. Hunt, Walmart declines. All these guys are accepting. Accept. So all of those guys accepted. Now sim another day, since I didn't offer Hoffman a contract, and he's making $5 million in the past. I don't think that giving him $8 million is really worth it. I don't think Hoffman's an $8 million player, so I will just... I did not mean to do that. I actually meant to release him. I'm just going to release Mike Hoffman, and maybe now we have We still have the same cap space we had before. Strawman, I was looking way too much money for an 82. Get bought out. I was looking, that's only 1.8 for a buyout for only 4 years. I bought it out. Connolly, I don't want to buy that out. It's 6 years, and I don't want to have too much dead cap. It's not smart to have a bunch of dead cap. Now, Walmart, I went back to because I did want to sign Walmart to a contract, and I got Walmart as a contract for 1.25. Boyle, it was hard to get him signed, so I offered him 1-1, and he accepted it. So Mackenzie Weegar, I'll give him 1.5 for 2 years. Well, maybe he can grow or something, and he accepted the contract, so I was really happy with that. And then I don't really have much cap space, so we're gonna head over to the free agency to see how it is, and maybe even make a couple trades, because now trading, you can make some trades now. So we're gonna go see what type of trades, what type of players. Alex Pietrangelo was there. I was like, I gotta get this guy. He'd be the core of our defense, 90 overall guy. Only asking for $9 million. Holtby, I could go and get a bunch of goalies, but we already have Bobrovsky, and that's when it hit me. I'm gonna go make a trade to free up some cap space here. We have 15 million in cap, and the guy that was out to go next was going to be, drum roll please, Brett Connolly was getting traded. 3 years, 3.5, just a nasty contract. I was looking for teams that wanted him. The Dallas Stars did indeed want Brett Connolly, so I was trying to acquire a third. I thought that was too much. I tried to acquire a 4th round pick. 4th and a 6th was what I was trying to get, and they accepted the deal. So we just got traded Brett Connolly for near nothing, actually. So now we're gonna go sign our free agents with all of our cap space. And Alex Pietrangelo was the first guy I went to. I'm not gonna go less because I have other teams competing with me. So I offered him 8.5 over 6 years. He's gonna make 8.5 every year for the next 6. And I saw Torrey Krug there. That's a backup option, I thought in my head. He's an 87. He's really good. Tyson Barrie, another guy there that, I could get as a backup option. But then I thought to myself, I'm already paying Pietrangelo. It's just a backup option. I was looking for other guys, but I couldn't really find any. So I looked some forwards. I'm not gonna give 2 guys a bunch of money combined. So Domi was there. I saw a bunch of guys there, but they were asking for way too much. I thought Kovalchuk was pretty good. Derek Brassard, I actually really liked. 2.8 for 2 years is what I offered him. I thought he could fit into the team pretty well. So I offered him a big contract. Not a big contract, just a $5 million deal over 2 years. He's going to make $5 million basically in total. I got a trade from Vegas, and I accepted it. It frees up cap space to take on Brian Boyle. Now it's 1.1. I'm not going to take on any cap. A bunch of picks and Hornquist. So what I'd get is I'd get a 2nd and a 5th to take on that contract, and I loved it. I tried to get another player, and I saw Dennis Gurianov there. He's got low elite potential. He's locked up for the next 4 years. I'm looking for some other players. I can't really find anyone, so I go with Dennis Gurianov as the guy. Obviously, 1-for-1 that won't go through. I'll throw in a couple picks. I'll throw in a 3rd round pick, and that gets the trade done. So a 3rd round pick is what gets us. Derek Brassard decides to go to Philly, getting an incoming trade offer. Pietrangelo goes to Colorado. That stings. It hurts, but I'm not gonna give Dadonov $8 million. I'm gonna let him sign his big overpriced contract. Torrey Krug was the next guy. He was asking for about 5.5. Now, I just wanted to make sure, since it is the open market, I'm going to say 4 years at $6 million. That's what I gave him, since it is the open market and I don't want to pay guys for too long where the contract gets bad, because we want to be a dynasty. We want to win cups, and bad contracts is not really how it works. Getting offers from Winnipeg. Patrick Nemeth again offered to me. Torrey Krug did indeed accept with us for that 4-year, $6 million deal. And I was thinking, I need guys with potential. I don't see guys that I can really sign here. I have cap space, but I want potential. And I want a young team. As I saw a bunch of older guys on the market. I was looking at Anthony Cirelli. I love that. He's a great player. And I was thinking of potential. I was thinking to myself, what's a defenseman that has potential? And I was thinking, I found, and he grows really well in this game. I was thinking, not Matthew Tkachuk. I don't know why I did that. Noah Hanifin. Noah Hanifin grows like a madman in this game. And then I thought, Noah Hanifin, it's a $5 million cap hit. It's a first can go through for this situation. So I was thinking, our firsts have a lot of value. So I can throw in Matthew Tkachuk into this deal. They both grow like crazy. I've seen Hanifin get up to a 92, and I've seen Tkachuk get up to a 91. Now, if we're going to have to do this, Jamie Drysdale's going to have to be thrown into this package to acquire these two guys, and I had to throw in Henrik Borgstrom, who we did protect in the draft, and that package was declined. Now this is some of the best not prospects, but guys that can grow in the game. Now I threw in a second round pick into this. They won everything on our side, and yet the package is still rejected. Now looking for prospects, I find Noel. We have to go all in. Let's go all in. Noel, and the trade is still rejected. I'm still trying to get this package to work. I said I'll go all in, and I'll throw in another second round pick. And this was the package that they were going to get. Drysdale, Borgstrom, a first and 2 seconds for Hanifin and Matthew Tkachuk, and the trade is accepted. We have just acquired some of the best players we can, and only had to give up 1 first and 2 seconds. Playing alongside of Barkov and Huberdeau, Tkachuk should grow. He's got a medium elite, 23 years old, 87, and medium elite for Hanifin. So, and Krug and Hanifin will play, so that's the type of team that we need. We need a team like this to grow for the future. We need this team to get better every year. I thought Panthers aren't good enough to go all in right now, but they can go all in the future. But we did trade some of their prospects. We still have Owen Tippett. We still have those kind of guys, so we still can go all in on this package, all in on everything. I was looking for some more depth guys, just to bring in, not to be god awful, because we don't have our first round pick. If you guys just watched the last part, we don't have our first round pick anymore, because we just traded it. Drake Caggiula, I was still looking, and I found Carl Soderberg, only asking for $2 million now. I offered him the $2 million deal, but spoiler alert, it couldn't happen. And affordable players I was looking for, and other guys, and I found the Tampa Bay Lightning, Anthony Cirelli. Actually, I was asking 4 years, $4 million. We had to give up a second round pick because he is an RFA. I noticed that his status is an RFA, so we have to give up a second round pick. I'm simming, I'm advancing. Damn, come on. And Cirelli, except as of now, Soderberg can't sign because no cap space. We just used our cap space. And Tampa Bay does not want to match our offer. We did just give him a second round pick, but we just acquired Anthony Cirelli, so he is joining our organization. Now I had to clear up some cap space. So I looked for bad contracts. I saw this Lowry guy making some money as a 71. I don't think it's the best, so I offered a 5th round pick. That gets rejected. A 6th round pick, that still gets rejected. I go for a 7th round pick, and there we go. We got the deal done. We cleared up 1.5 in or 105 in cap space, and now we have to go and sign Carl Soderberg. I kept trying to get the guy. Um, I was just thinking, holy, these guys are signing for $8 million. Like, they're 85s, 84s. Like, they're not very good. And I was looking. I was like, he's way down this list as an 81. And there he is, Carl Soderberg. It would be a 1-year deal, and I couldn't go up because we still didn't really have cap space. Signing Anthony Cirelli kind of put us to the limit, and we had to overpay a bit. We couldn't go down in cap space to make sure we got Soderberg, because then Tampa would just match our offer, and we wouldn't get Cirelli because he is an RFA. I'm still trying. He rejects. I'm advancing the date because normally if you get to like August and the guy's still without a contract, that means that he will just start going down in value, and that's exactly what happened in this situation. And I was thinking, Josh Anderson, wow, that's just terrible. He's asking for 1.5 in game, and then he got 5.5 million in real life. He's only asking for 1 million in game, and we got 5.5 in real life. Just shows EA's ratings are just terrible. Carl Soderberg kept rejecting our offer here, and it's getting me a bit mad. That's what Soderberg was doing. No, he wouldn't accept anything until, that burns our cap space. It's a real burner on the cap space, but, I'll offer you a contract, and I was like, that could clear cap, that trade, but I didn't do it. I just got a trade. I didn't even see it. I could have gone Philip Tomasino. It's probably asking for a big package, like a first-round pick. I'm not giving any picks back up at all unless we are good. It said we have buyer status. I don't really agree with that, but I just got some young guys, and I was looking for any contract extensions or any guys with bad deals. I found Mackenzie Weegar. I'd go and trade him, but I was thinking, hey, we can't do that. We won't have much cap space. We have Gurionov. We got all of these guys here to deals and what not. So Lucas Walmart's making a bit of money, but Bobrovsky's making 10 million, and so I was like, so that's where all of our money's hiding at. So I thought to myself, let's go trade Sergei Bobrovsky for another goalie, and I did find the goalie. Well, I didn't. This isn't the goalie I ended up getting. Spoiler alert. So, but I tried to go and get John Gibson, and it's not going to happen. They'd be over the cap, and I'm not going to retain salary. So I was thinking I'll retain maybe 50K, but they're just so far. They must have signed a guy in free agency because they're so far away from the cap. So yeah. And then I find the Boston Bruins. They have Tuukka Rask I can go and acquire. They have a 90 overall Tuukka Rask only on a 1-year deal. 7 million, and Boston would be over the cap. So it's just not going to work out. Again, a lot of teams cannot take Bobrovsky's money. And then I go to Vancouver, because this is 1 year ago, so I find Jika Markstrom, just recently signed, and I was like, okay, you're going to be over the cap, but I can take a bad contract for about 1 year. I'm not saying, for some reason, Louis Eriksson had about no contract or nothing, so I just had to take Jordy Ben, making $2 million for another year. I still had to take other cap. For some reason, Louis Eriksson only had $1 million on his contract. That was weird because in real life he makes $6 million, so they couldn't even do that. So I said I'll retain a bit more money on him. They still couldn't do it, so I'll retain $1 million on him. I'm still saving a lot of cap. I'm still saving about $3 million in cap space. Now, that straight up won't go through. I have to take, I don't know why. I had to give him a pick, but I gave him a pick. I gave him a third, rejected. And you're not getting a bunch of picks. You're going to get maybe one pick. So now our seconds have no value, so I gave 2 seconds in this deal. Still traded, rejected. Now I said, I'm not going to give you any more picks. I'll give you maybe a prospect. And that's what I said to myself. So that's what I did. I said, no draft picks. I'll give you a prospect. And so I did give him a prospect. I gave him I gave him Korolek, low top forward potential, and this deal did not go through still. So it didn't have much trade value, Korolek. I'm still trying to make this deal work, but you know, it's a hard deal to make. So I throw in Rokan. His trade is still rejected. 2 seconds, a third, and a prospect still just won't go through. I go to Noel, and this is what gets the deal done. That's what I'm thinking in my head. Nope, it doesn't. The trade is rejected, and we're far from the package actually working. So I did this for a good amount of time because I thought, you know, I'll give you a first, but that means you don't get the 2 seconds. But they just didn't want to go. They didn't want to budge. So then I'll say I'll give you a second with this, and they accept the trade, and we get Sergei Bobrovsky. So I was really glad about that. Or they got Jacob Markstrom, so I was really glad about that. Then I can go and sign Carl Soderberg. So that's what I went and did, and I signed Carl Soderberg to a contract extension, or not an extension, just a straight up contract. And I was looking, and he was down the list, and he wasn't asking for much money, Carl Soderberg. So I just missed him. There he is, Carl Soderberg. I'd say 1.5 is what I'll offer you, but I went 1.25 is what I offered Soderberg. But I don't know what he's so budgie over. August 2nd, August 3rd. Still no contract, August 4th, and he still rejects the offer. Does he even want to play hockey next year? He's not getting any offers for any other team. It's $250K, or it's like $150K. It's not that much money. Like, it's not gonna change a team's cap space. It will change a team's cap space, but it won't change it in the long run. It won't destroy a team's cap space. So, and then I said 1.4. That's my max offer I'll give you. You don't want that, then you don't play hockey next year. That's fine by me. So I advanced the day. Still going, and he still won't accept the offer. And there we go. Now we finally got the guy that we wanted for this entire time. And I was just going to send him to the next season.